Lilo and Stitch movie review. For live action, it's based on the 2002 play. Is what it says on the film. Based on the 2002 play. It's nice. I liked it. I enjoyed it. The agent guy, the CIA operative for Cobra, this organization called Cobra, him making the decision to I guess, we'll leave the Stitch to stay hidden, right? Only I know about it, and only these immediate people know about Stitch's existence, and so he'll be safe. His existence won't be compromised, won't be spoiled. Is questionable at best, I guess. Why does he decide not to do his job? Well, because they were telling him you work for the American people. What are we? We're American people too, right? They have that moment. And so I guess that's supposed to that somehow convinced him otherwise. Actually, it convinced him to allow Stitch to keep the secret. Stitch doesn't get found out and whatnot, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that makes a nice happy ending right there. That's nice. Okay, that's good. What else happens in this film? I like that the love interest. I thought it'd be more strong, but it's not, because I guess it's not the main focus of the film, so that's why it's not sort of a main focal point of it. Because I think I remember in the show, there was moments where they would both greet each other and be sort of awkwardish, right? There was only the one time in the beginning that he's talking to her, and he's expressing he like you, and then we know from Lilo when because he asks the guy comes. I don't remember what his name was. I don't remember what his name was. But he comes by and he asks Lilo about it, about Nani. That's her name. And she's like, oh, she didn't tell me this stuff about, hey, liking you, the way you look and stuff, right? Finding you cute and whatever. I just read her text messages. So I guess she got a friend. She texted, oh yeah, I saw him, I kind of like him. And they both work at the resort, ironically enough. They both work at the resort. They both live next to each other. It's a small island, though, so it will make sense. And then we also learned that lady, I don't remember this lady from the film, but I guess she was in the film. The neighbor, I guess he's her son, or I guess that's his mom and that's her son. Perhaps, I'm not quite sure what the relationship between them is. And I like how she drives an old truck that gives her starter problems, but then when Stitch, the alien guy, he says oh, we're gonna need more electricity to kind of revive him. The fucking alien guy says not the alien guy, he says this, and then what's it called? They use the truck that gives you starter problems is the vehicle that we're gonna use to try to revive Stitch. When it gives you problems and it may not start. Okay, I guess movie logic says we're gonna use this vehicle. Okay. I can see light. There's really strong lightning in my area right now. I'm driving, all I can see is these flashes of strong lightning, and it's quite prominent too. Actually, it really illuminates the sky. The setting's nice, but the original movie, and I guess this is based on, it says screenplay, so I think this one's based on the movie rather than the what do you call that? Rather than it being the TV show as a whole. I think it's based on the movie that they made of Lilo and Stitch. It is a remake through and through, I think, to some extent. Because I think I remember there being a movie. I don't remember if there was perhaps a movie first and then the TV show, or there was the TV show and then the movie. I don't quite remember. I want to say there was the movie first, and this is based on the movie of that franchise. Lilo's really tiny. The actress that plays Lilo, she's very tiny, actually. And there's a part where she's all these other girls doing the hula dance thing, and she's wow, she's tiny. She's I think she's literally the smallest kid of everybody there. The scene where the social worker's at the house and Lilo's saying the lines, obviously you can see she's looking behind behind her towards the sister, towards Nani, and she's like instructing her what to say. And she said, "Oh yeah, I eat like maybe like 10 times a day, bro. Actually, I eat so much, like I can't breathe sometimes. That's how much food I'm eating sometimes. You know what I'm saying?" Oh yeah, it's funny. She's unsupervised, this kid, right? Because their parents died. We don't know how they died. We know that they're dead, and I think it's been a month since the parents died. Actually, it's been very recent, which makes sense. It wouldn't last that long though. They're like dead and she's there. But for that month stint that she's got no parents, I guess it's summertime, presumably so, because she's not in school. What do you call it? The kid? Yeah, she's unsupervised in a sense, isn't she? And I guess at the resort, it's the same resort. I think it's the resort that the sister works there. So that would explain, that would make sense. That would explain why she's at the resort, unsupervised, right? It's like, oh, the sister's there, but she brought her in. But then we see the wonder scene when the boss is there, and he's like, "Oh, you ain't got a babysitter? You got this? I told you." I think she probably did it before. He said, "No, you can't do this. Like, we can't have this kid here while you're working." It's like, "No, But what about the other times that she was there? And we have the scene where she's in the hot tub and someone tells her, "Lilo, like, get out of the hot tub. What are you doing? It's for guests. This is for guests. You gotta get out of the hot tub." Like, this movie made me think about the this is a real thing in Hawaii too. It's the access to public beaches. I think the Hawaiians, the people that live there, particularly the native people, right? Some of the resorts buy up the land on the beach, and they don't want only private guests. It's a private beach. They privatize it. Nobody can access the fucking beach. And so that, when you see the sign, it says for resort guests only. It made me think about that, actually. How the beach is, how that's a real thing in Hawaii, beaches being privatized, right? This, we get the bully girls. I remember the bully girls, I guess in the film, not in the film, the TV show, they're more prominent. They have more time to focus on them bullying her and shit. There was one with the red hair, I remember that. In this film, we get, I don't think we don't particularly get one, but well, I guess we do get one girl, because there was a girl that pushed her, but we see like everybody bullies her. She doesn't have any friend. Everybody, and they tell her, "Oh, you're weird. You're an odd kid, odd person." But I guess this was going on before her parents died. She's never had friends, or all the other girls were just assholes, just pieces of shit kids. Like, my God, y'all are just fucking rude. My goodness. But it is a nice film. I like and then we get some songs in the film, but we don't get a singing number per se. We get songs like I think there's a Blue Hawaii or something. There's a song with Elvis Presley that's played on the record player, and it's called like Hawaiian Blue or something like that. And I was like, well, interesting. I'm not an Elvis fan. I don't know much about his music or anything, but I know he's got a song called Blue Christmas. I think that's a cover song, though. I think because even Michael Bublé's got a song, Blue Christmas. Maybe he's covering Elvis. I have no idea who's covering who, or because they grew up in not they grew up. Well, maybe they did grow up, but I didn't want to say these guys. They sang in an era. Well, not Michael Bublé. He's a little younger. But like Elvis, most definitely, I think the era that he was in, with the songs getting popular and stuff, it would have been you sing covers of songs that are already popular, something to that effect. Those were the songs that you were probably singing. It was already like everybody's covering everybody's fucking song. But what was I gonna say about this fine specimen of a film, Lilo and Stitch? I like when Stitch is on the beams, and the guy, his curator, he said the truth. Actually, it says the truth about why he chose. It wasn't the guy he cared about, the girl he needed to cover up, but that was the initial reason. But obviously he falls in love with her, grows attached to her, and so he kind of redeems himself with that. But he looks at the poster and he's like, okay, well, I gotta look like these things. And obviously, oh, it's a weird looking dog. Dude, it's not a dog. Like, come on. Everybody knows, they see it. It's not a dog. It's an alien. And you know what it kind of looks like? Maybe like a koala bear hybrid. But then it's blue at the same time. That's what makes it like... I want to say... Or the TV show or the movie, there was like a red Stitch. I remember at some point there was like a red Stitch. And they want to say there was even a female Stitch at some point. But Stitch is not a breed, a type of life form, right? Per se, he's curated. He's actually one of a kind. And he's got a name, 626. Yeah, 662. 626. 626. That's his species name. And the Dr. Jambaya, whatever. We don't even get much backstory with these guys. You get I like the, what's his called? I don't even remember what his name was. That cowboy guy, he gets to stay on Earth. Because in this film, I remember Jambaya, it used to be the two of them. It used to be both of them were, how do you call? Were on the, I think it perhaps in the TV show, in the movie not. But they used to both be on the planet with the family. I think they live in the house or something, or they're adjacent to the home. But in the movie, the Jambaya, I'm probably saying his name wrong too, but like that guy, he's like a villain. He's actually not a good, he's like, how do you call the adversary, the main adversary. And the other dude, he's doing his job, he's more following the rules. Because he's actually supposed to keep him in line, and he immediately said, oh yeah, I can dominate this guy. This guy's really passive, I can dominate him. I like the funniest scene probably in this whole movie is that walking scene. He's like, didn't you watch the video, the instructional video? Because I guess he told him the heads up, we can't walk around looking like this. We got to blend in with the humans. We got to take their form. And so, and they even see the two guys. They're like, oh, perfect. They match us kind of well. Let's go take these guys' form. Look at these guys. Or similar to these guys, I guess. And they even explains why he has a name tag of the dude, because one of the dude was a worker, and he takes like his, so they actually even took like the form of their clothes with the disguise. Kind of funny. But what do you call that was the funniest scene when they're doing when he gets up and he's doing the funny walk. The one of the guys, he's like props himself up. He's having a hard time even using, like he's having a hard time balancing. The other one, he's kind of getting it, and he's just flimbling around all awkwardly. Oh, it's hilarious. It's actually pretty funny. The lady, there's a doomsday lady, she wants to blow up Earth, and so like, Stitch being there, that whole thing, here we are, I'm talking on this phone, right? And we're talking, and right now it's an alien space show, and the alien's like, hey, should we just like blow up this planet? I guess this is a common thing for this Galactic Federation people. They go to different galaxies or whatever, and they're just like, oh, what happened? They crash landed on that planet? It's gonna be hard to get to them? And fuck it, just blow the whole thing up. They're gonna die. Just kill them on the fucking planet. But that lady, she's more stern, and she's, no, we're not gonna go resort to extreme violence right off the bat. But her accomplices are like, or that one lady, she looks like an axolotl, actually, ironically enough. She's like, yeah, can we just blow it the fuck up? Yeah, she's so eager to blow up Earth. Oh my goodness. But and then Jambaya, he's like a mad evil scientist type guy, I guess. And the whole spiel of him is because he did it illegally. That's why he's in trouble, right? But I guess happened in the other film too. He did it illegally, so that's why. Although I just feel like in the other film, he has an accent, right? He doesn't have an American accent, but he has a, well, I guess it's supposed to be a native Hawaiian accent. If I had to guess what his accent's supposed to be. And what do you call? Oh my god, what was I thinking of? I want to say he was more of a good person, or a good figure. He's not a person, it's an alien. But I think he was more of a good figure, but in this film, he definitely takes the role of the villain, does he? Yeah. There's only one CIA guy. That's it. They investigated the crash. I guess they're FBI guys. That's what it was. And he was CIA guy. We only had one. They only had one CIA guy. What happens to him? What happens with his job? Does he stay in Hawaii indefinitely? Like, how does that work? Was he always in Hawaii? I don't fucking know. You can't question this movie all the way. But I did enjoy it. It was good enough. Lilo and Stitch. Thank you for my review. Thank you for listening.